set out in my head that after I finish high school and I get my diploma, I'm going to not do sixth form. Then I'm going to finish my 2-year degree. And I thought, why not do summer work and travel while I was in college? And then after I finished college, I was like, okay, let me get my internship. So it wasn't really like something that it was something I already have thought about, that I was going to do an internship and then go to work on a second language. So it just came to me. And then ISATS was there with the program, so I said, let me just apply through them since I already have experience with them. Well, it was on the website. So I went on the website and I saw it. When I was applying for work and travel, I'd seen that it was there along with study abroad, so I applied there. Okay, so I work in Washington, D.C., but I live with my aunt in Maryland. And we had recently just finished the inauguration weekend where it was kind of hectic, especially for hotel business. The metro system was kind of closed. I had to be Ubering to work every day. The roads were blocked off. There was a lot of traffic and a lot of people on the streets and all that. It was a bit hectic weekend. We didn't get any days off for that weekend, but I'm finally on my days off right now. So okay, so I applied for my J1 internships on my work and travel. So I applied for it on the summer, the last month of my work and travel program. But then I found out that I'd have to complete my degree first, which I had I had one more semester left of my degree, so I decided to put a pause on the internship, completed my degree, and then we started getting back in January, where I got a job position, and then I did a lot of interviews with I did a whole lot of interviews with my hotel. A lot. I didn't think I needed to do 4 separate interviews, but I did. And then it was a lot, to be honest. I wanted to start as early as May, but I didn't get to start until the end of June. But it did work out in the end. Honestly, I didn't really feel much because the process had stressed me out so much. I was like, this is the final hurdle. I just wanted to get over it. And unlike my work and travel embassy appointment, this one was actually a bit longer. For work and travel, I was the first one there. He just said hi to me, asked me 2 questions or so, and then I got my visa. But for this one, I had to wait in line, which was if I didn't have nerves before the line, I had nerves in the line because I never waited before. I had to wait in line outside, I had to wait in line inside, and then there was a lot of people getting rejected. There was a lot of people getting rejected inside, so I was nervous by the time I finally got to the consulate. And then he was kind of thrown off guard because there was a lot of B1, B2 interviews going on, so he took a little while to find the questions, and then he got the questions, and then I got my visa. It was really simple, but a bit nerve-wracking at the end. I attended the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Alright, so this time I'd flown a little longer than in work and travel. Work and travel, I was in South Carolina, so it was a very quick plane ride from Florida to South Carolina. But then this time I connected from Florida to DC, and it had taken a little ride longer than I usually stay on a ride. And then when I landed, the hotel had gotten a driver to pick me up and drop me directly to the other hotel. So the hotel that I work, my host employer has a sister hotel. I wasn't allowed to stay at my host employer because I worked there. So I stayed at the sister hotel, which was 2 blocks down. And I was set to stay there for 2 weeks. Check-in was easy. I got a good room. And then for the first few days, I was exploring a bit because I'd arrived after my start date. So my start date was supposed to be June 24th. I arrived about the 26th or 27th, and I wasn't set to start until June 30th. So I did a bit of exploring. It was nice to be back in the US. Ate some fast food and stuff. And then June 30th, I got to start my internship actually. So the internship has been proven to be way more worthwhile than I expected it to be. I just really thought, because I'm a front desk agent, I thought it was just going to be like straight up just checking in, but I'm learning a whole lot of different stuff. I work very closely to my director of operations, so and she knows how to work the front desk as well. So she's like by the front desk a lot, and she gives me a lot of learning moments where I could, you know, think about, do you think this is the good answer? What do you think you could have done differently? Or just basic things that she knows. Front desk has been a lot of fun. It's been, I've never worked a job where I had to interact physically with people, because all my other jobs used to be online besides the work and travel one. And work and travel, I didn't interact with a lot of people either because I was doing housekeeping, so I was really back of house. But now I'm front of house, directly in the faces of a lot of people, and we have a lot of different people coming up from all over the world. I have to learn a few things in their language. I don't really go and study, like say I study French or something like that, but I do know a bit of things. I can tell when a French person is French without them even like saying a proper word now, because they have this little thing about them that I just know that, oh, you're French. So let me just direct you over to my French co-worker so that she can check you in better, because it's better to speak in someone's preferred language. You get good reviews on those things. Front desk has been learning and trying in the way that I have to learn customer service over again, because I have previous work in customer service, but it's different when people are really up in your face. Front desk is the entrance and the exit point of the hotel. If someone has any issues with food and beverage, if someone has issues with housekeeping, if someone even has issues with the elevator, front desk is who they're going to come to complain to. And I have to really try. I don't really have much patience, but I have to really try to deal with all these stuff. I have to try to keep a smile on my face. I have to try to make sure that the guests are getting the best service and the best of everything, especially this inauguration weekend where we were selling rooms for like 1,000 plus for like the basic room. Everyone had to make sure that they got like the utmost service. I stay in Washington DC. For my first few months, I'd make sure to go to museums, like 2 museums at least a month. 2 museums a month, because Washington DC is like the European city of the US. It has a whole lot more museums than the other states, so, and they're free too, so I was going to them a lot. I've been going to a lot of museums. I can say I've been to the College Town, which is Georgetown, close by, where you can tell it's different than the other places in DC, because you can see the significant number of students walking the streets. I haven't been able to do much because it's been so cold these days, and it's been so cold. It's been too cold these days, but museums is kind of like the most I've done so far. Well, I'd say almost the same thing that I'd say to people who have asked about work and travel. Do it. It's worth it. Just like, oh, you're not thinking that the cost of the program is worth it for work and travel, you're going to get it back like double fold, triple fold for work and travel. So imagine that for internship. You're getting back way more. I'd say to go and do it, because it's going to be good for your resume. It's going to be good to put in the list of things that you have done so far. And well, the money is a plus too. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to meet a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm planning on studying abroad. I'm planning on learning a second language. I'm kind of in the process of what I'm going to do exactly. I haven't really I haven't really gotten to sit and like talk about it, think about it with my family as yet, but I do plan to study abroad to continue my degree to get a bachelor's because currently I have an associate's. But for traveling plans though, I do plan to go to the UK because I recently applied for my UK visa here in the US. Planning to go for my birthday, and I'm planning to use the rest of the visa to go somewhere else. I do also plan to go somewhere in the Caribbean, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't really thought of it yet. I've been trying not to think about the fact that my program is ending. I'm gonna be very honest. I've went with ISATs for work and travel. I've went with them for internship, and I'm planning to go with them for the study abroad program. But if anyone out there is trying to go to ISATs, I'd say the best thing to have is patience because they do pull through in the end. However, communication might be one of the hardest things that you that you'll get from ISATs. And I'm going to be very honest, it's been very trying for me because there's sometimes when you reach out and you cannot get them, but you'll get them eventually, eventually. So my main point here is to just have patience because you're going to get through. They're not a bad agency. They're better than some of these agencies out there. So that's like my personal tip right here.
Apply for one of our adventures today. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Visit our website at www.icesjamaica.com for more details.